YouTube model railroad fans. It's time for the first layout update of 2022. I hope everyone had a happy new year and a Merry Christmas. As you can see, some changes have happened already. This is where the peninsula was last time. And it is gone, totally gone. And you can see, this will be another video, but on the floor I've laid out with pieces of wood the expansion plan, just kind of mocking it up on the floor when I was just seeing how it fit. But we'll get to that in another video. So let's go ahead with the layout update. Also, if you like the content you're seeing on this channel, please take the time to leave a like. Also, click the bell button to be notified when there's a new video. So the first update is partly due to the expansion. I'm able to move the Coyote Creek down to the left about a foot, or I want to move it down here, because it was a free area from the bench work where I could make it deeper. So as you can see, it was here before. You could still see the kind of the cement there, but I'm going to move it over about a foot, and now I could put a board here. This isn't the final board, but I'll put one here and then build the bench work back up over here to continue on. But now I have about 25 feet of scale depth, which is about what I could gather the prototype is, which I think is was part of my problem with getting the scene to look even close to correct before, was that it was only about 12 feet or something here. It was very shallow, so it just did not look right, and I could never wrap my head around it. So yeah, so this will be much better. And as you can see, I can do a lot with the walls, and there's some things I want to do with the scene. And then forest plywood, which is up here now. That's the back side of it. It's going to be right here in the back as a background building, where the spur comes in and services the back door. So that's actually really where it is. I think I talked about that in my last video in the prototype. So it's actually right there off the creek. So it's only going to be a flat, but I still think I can make it look pretty cool. So that's the first part of the update. So the rest of the update is mostly I've been working on locomotives, just projects that I had bought parts for, speakers, decoders, whatever, and got around to them last week over Christmas. So I'm going to highlight those here in a second. So if you like locomotives and Union Pacific Power, this rest of the video is probably for you. So the first one I'm going to talk about is one I'm working on now. This is a UP 1105. It works around the Santa Ana Industrial Lead on the Anaheim side. It's been there for at least a year or two. Here's the other side with it's kind of known as the KMR logo, but you can see with the tag there. So this is a Walters Proto GP60 from, I don't know, 5 years ago, probably. Picked it up on eBay. DCC ready, no decoder. So it was number 2000. I stripped off the decal on the sides, the rear, obviously there, and it had a shield on the front. So I replaced that with there's a better view. The baby wings, got the number boards, did these number boards, and some other decals like some of these little warning labels up here. Oops. Watch your step there. The little red one I put on. Same over here. So now I just masked the windows. It's hard to tell with the kind of that clear mask, but I'm going to gloss coat it and then start some light weathering, and then put the tags on, then dull coat it, or put dull coat on after that, and kind of do another light weathering, because it's actually pretty clean, so I'm not going to get it too grimy, but it's got some, when you get zoom in there, you can see a lot of the dust that just gathers on it, and it definitely faded more yellow than this. This is like really off the paint rack yellow. So yeah, hopefully the next week or so I'll have this done. I already got it, the decoder. I actually ditch lights. I did also working ditch lights, so those aren't on, but they do work. I wired them to the decoder to test them. So after I get the weathering done, then I'll put the ditch lights back on permanently. So then I really won't need to take the shell off anymore, because I just didn't want to break the ditch lights before I ran the thing. So now I'm going to put this on the tripod here and talk about the rest of these locomotives. All right, so the first one I'm going to talk about is 1373 here. This is I just picked up on eBay day after Christmas. Well, I won it. I was not going to lose this. It's a GP40P-2. I guess there were 3 of them made for Southern Pacific. It's a GP40 and then this extension on it. I guess they used to be in passenger service or something like that, and they were repurposed for local freight. And 1373, 1375, 75 is running on the Santa Ana Industrial Lead today. There's some newer pictures of it, YouTube and stuff like that. It's been running probably the last month or two, and I couldn't find that one, but 1373 went up on eBay, and I saw a photo of it, or maybe someone had it on video, I think, of somebody of running around LA, but it's tagged all up, totally just covered. So I'm either going to leave it as is and just weather it like 1375, or just maybe change the last number to 5. I haven't decided what I'll do, but it's pretty cool. So moving here, 4944 is an SD70M that I purchased as a Christmas present to myself. So yeah, I didn't, these two I didn't do anything to, I just bought, I guess. So that's where those stand. They both were already sound equipped. Back here is 1105, which I already talked about, I'm working on, but I installed the decoder, installed this scale sound system speaker. Like I said, I built the ditch lights, but those will all go in after I paint the body. 1413, move this over here. which we've seen, had some kind of rattle in it, like a wire was hitting, I don't know, a gear or something. So I took it down, stripped it down. Could not figure out, I didn't go like all the way down to the trucks, like inside the trucks and the motor. I thought I thought it was just going to be like a loose wire flipping around, but once I put it all back together, it's still making the noise. You can't really hear it over the decoder. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. I at some point want to put ditch lights, I think, on this one, so I might, when I do that, really take it apart. While I was messing with it, I did solder a bunch of the wires to the decoder instead of leaving the clips on like they come. So 5408, just got a scale sound system speaker. That's all that I put into that. Everything else is the same. 1083 there in the back. The one I've been running around with it had a light. When I put it together initially, or did the weathering, I screwed up, like, I don't know, one of the lights was illuminating the cab, and it was supposed to be, I think, the number board light, which you couldn't see anyway, so I just snipped it off, and then just cleaned it up a little bit inside. And I actually had the cover off to kind of see what I was doing for 1105, since they're the same model. 643 is the GP40. Oops, move this over a bit. Get Zoe out of there. 643 is the GP40 that I did the whatever unboxing on, and that all I did was put a scale sound speaker in there, and also soldered some of the wires to the DC to the decoder instead of the clips. And then the last two are these gen sets that I've had. And I don't know, when I was first starting this line, I was doing my research, which I wasn't very good at. I noticed these gen sets, and they don't really even, I think UP got rid of them or whatever. They're not running around this line anymore, but I had bought two of them. So I had one, this one I originally had put a Tsunami decoder in, and then this one I put a Tsunami 2 decoder in. So then I wanted them to match, so I actually had a Tsunami 2, redid the decoder install in this, and I had taken it apart probably 6 months ago to do it, but just never got around to it. And I had, I'm going to just tag either both of them or one of them all up, because that's kind of how they are, and just kind of keep them on the layout for fun, I guess. So Zoe Rude, Zoe's a granddaughter, so you'll see her tags kind of around here, all over on all kinds of stuff. So that's what that is. These are really graffitied up, and this does kind of look like one of the gen sets kind of style, but it's not any authentic graffiti or anything. And then 2709 I did nothing with. So now we're going to, I have them all consisted together, all 9 of them. So I'm going to, hopefully it works on video, power them all on and give them a quick run. Ever seen 9 locomotives consisted together? Let's take a look. Well, let's see how this works. Plugged it in. Oops. They're not all speed matched, obviously. I think those gen sets are way off. But anyway, so that's all the locomotives. I almost forgot, I'm going to add this to the end of the loco section. Some of you probably saw the body sitting behind all these other ones. This is a SP Dash 9 I got on eBay. It's an MTH. So it was it's supposed to be kind of a tough decoder install, because the MTH internals aren't very friendly to work with. But I saw a guy, George from Soundtracks, do a similar one, so I figured, it looks pretty easy. So I got everything installed, in the decoder, and it doesn't work. The light goes on the loco, but I can't program it. So I went and resoldered all the 8 pins here again. Still didn't work. So I talked to George via email, and I'm going to kind of just cut their plug off and go direct from the trucks, the motor, and the rear trucks and the lights straight into this. So that should work in theory, but more to come on this one. Luckily it wasn't too expensive. It was brand new on eBay. I mean, it's a great looking body, and I wanted to do a UP patch out because there's like 9 left. So I had a plan for it, but I just just needed to run first. But anyway, so that's the story on this one. I was hoping that I'd get it done over the break, but like I said, it didn't work when I did it's the first one decoder I've done where I throw it on the track and it just doesn't automatically work. Kind of odd, but anyway, that's the story behind this one. So then I also got my Rapido, was it B-100-40 boxcars in. I ordered 4 of them. Pre-order, I don't even know, it was like a year ago, I think. They are nice. They're really nice. Highly detailed. They look great. I mean, they're a little, right now they still run around, but they're more, graffitied and everything, which I'll work on at some point. But the cars themselves are great, if you can find some. They have other roads and stuff, but also the Rapido bus there. So, one last flyover. I don't think there's really much other new. That IVT car I got on eBay like last month. That was in the last video. I was just weathered. These things are like impossible to find too, the exact rail ones. I think this is an Athearn. Some exact rail ones go on eBay and I look at them and they're like already $90. It's crazy. I don't know. This was another Christmas present. My wife got me this from somebody on Etsy who makes something like that, makes these or makes different things, but it's pretty cool. So it'll hang here while I construct this whole thing until I need to paint the backdrop, and then I'll move it probably right outside the room. And then there's the final layout design, which I'll be covering in my next video, which I hopefully will get up tomorrow. It's just going to be a little more work with inserting some prototype photos and whatnot in there. This video should go up pretty much unedited, the one I'm doing here today. So, thanks for watching. Bye.